Hi students, Standard 11, Hornbill. Today we are taking the poem on page number 41, The Voice of Rain, written by Walt Whitman. Voice of Rain I am sure that you have enjoyed rain at your childhood and even nowadays also. But have you ever heard the sound of the rain at the galvanized top, galvanized roof? It sounds pretty. It sounds very sweet, and it attracts the people towards it, and it announces that the rain is outside. Who and who art thou? Said I to the soft falling shower. Who are you? The poet tries to find out the answer from the rain itself and say, who are you? Which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. I am the poem of earth and the voice, said the voice of the rain. The poet asked one question to the rain, who are you? And in reply to that, the rain replies that I am the poem of the earth. Because when the drop of the rain touch the earth, the fragrance of the earth comes out. The joy of the earth you can feel if you are nearby the nature. If you are interested in nature, then you can feel that this is the joy of rain. This is the first love of the earth, the rain. Eternal I rise, implacable out of the land and the bottomless sea. I just fell on the earth, touched the earth, touched the soil, and the soil spread the fragrance throughout the nature, and then I rush to the bottomless sea. It is not necessary to explain that sea is bottomless, but here the poet wants to explain his idea maximum. Upward to heaven, whence vaguely formed, altogether change and yet the same. Upward to heaven. Just think, at the time of summer when the heat over the earth is at its extreme, the water exhausts and that reaches to heaven. It converted into touchless sky, clouds. It formed clouds, altogether changed and yet the same. I descend to live, to wash, to bath the draughts, atomies, dust layer of the globe. Once I jumped, once I fell on the earth, once I fell on the soil, and I also feel that I can get raised over here. In the same way, the dust is also feel that life. It can take some life from my drop of water, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. And the unborn seed are pressed under the soil, and when I touch it, they become sprouted, come out of the soil and grow as the plant, and then trees, again with the fruits, and this time, that's in this way the life cycle is going on, and forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin. This is my own origin: earth, soil, seed, and then again plants and trees and everything. This is my own family, this is my own origin. And make pure and beautified. It is my duty to make them pure and beautified. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. Sometimes it may be late, so the seeds are wrecked. Sometimes rain is on time, unwrecked, but after all, this is all written with love, written with affection, written with feelings, and they can develop, they can enjoy their life. So here Walt Whitman explains the relation between earth and the water, or that cloud. We can say that cloud, birthplace of cloud is almost the earth, because without water vaporing it was not possible to form the cloud. So with this poem, Walt Whitman expresses the relation between this rain and the earth, and apart from that, the life on the earth, the relation between life on the earth and the water and the rain. Every tiny particles on the earth need water. Whether it is hidden, it is not the matter. Whether it is hidden, if that seed want to come out, then rain or water is necessary to be sprouted. So with this, here the poet tries to explain that the rain, ultimately the rain is very, very necessary for the lifeline of the earth. Okay, thank you.